Hello, my dear Sagittarius. Welcome to your June end of month update. The cool thing about it is that you will have your full month reading coming out over the next week or two, or a week and a half, not two. I hope that you all have had a wonderful, wonderful June. If you haven't already, I would suggest that you check out your full month read just to see what resonated. We're almost out of here, out of the month, but you may be able to get some takeaway or some messages that resonate with you from that reading, okay? But without further ado, let's get started, okay, dear Sagittarius? This is just a energy update, okay? Dear Spirit, what is the current energy for my dear Sagittarius here in the end of June? Please show me, dear Spirit, moving into July. What is the present energy for my dear Sagittarius here at the end of June, moving into July? Please show me. And I have the Seven of Water, projection. All right, dear Spirit. Please show me the evolving energies for my dear Sagittarius here in the end of June, here in June, moving into July. Please show me the evolving energy. I have the Nine of Clouds, sorrow. One more evolving energy for my dear Sags here in June. Please show me the evolving energy for Sagittarius here in June. The Ace of Rainbows, maturity. All right, so let's get started, okay? Dear Sagittarius, all right? The first card I pulled for you is the Seven of Waters, which is projection. The Seven of Waters is emotional. It's about the concept of we are what we see, or what others see in us is a reflection of them. Nonetheless, there's some type of aspect or experience or situation in your life where somebody, it could be you, is projecting their thoughts. Have you ever felt like, you're about to say something and somebody else says it, or you're thinking of something and then all of a sudden, it's like a synchronicity. All right, it's like whatever you put out there comes back super fast, or whatever you're thinking comes into view super fast. Nonetheless, you're projecting. This can also have something to do with a choice, okay? Because this is the Seven of Waters energy. You could be in a situation where you have to make a decision, okay? And this decision, you want it to be objective, perhaps, and not so much subjective. But we're going to clarify this. The Seven of Waters. Please clarify, dear Spirit, the Seven of Waters for my dear Sagittarius. What is this projection about for my dear Sagittarius? Somebody's mirroring. You're mirroring something, or somebody else is mirroring you. You're reflecting each other. Please clarify projections for my dear Sagittarius here in June, dear Spirit. Please clarify. And I have the Devil Tarot. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, the Devil Tarot is about overindulgence. Okay. So if you decide to say, have an attachment to something, okay? Or someone, or some place, or some food, or some idea, okay? This attachment, which is generally, attachments are unhealthy. The Devil Tarot can also symbolize a significant Capricorn in your life, all right? Nonetheless, for some of my dear Sagittarius, there could be a Capricorn in your life and you're projecting. So if you're happy, it seems like they're happy. It's like you guys are mirroring each other, okay? For most or many of my dear Sagittarius, the devil does signify some type of attachment or addiction in your life. And the results of this attachment is being reflected within your life. You're projecting it within your life. So it reminds me, I'm on a cleanse right now. If you overeat, for example, all right, you say, oh, this tastes so good, but my actions are that I want this ice cream when I know I shouldn't have it while I'm on this cleanse, for example, then I'm going to reflect it. It's going to be reflected in my body. You see how that works? So if you're attached to a person, okay, it might have the opposite of effect. You're so attached to them that you don't trust them, for example, then they don't trust you. You know, it's like that type of sentiment. So whatever we project, because when you're in love, you're connected, you know, as opposed to being attached to something, okay? So let's get more clarity on this Devil Tarot. Please clarify the Devil, dear Spirit, for my dear Sagittarius here in June. Please clarify for my dear Sagittarius the Devil Tarot for my dear Sagittarius here in June. And I have the Six of Pentacles, okay? Because you feel like you deserve something. You deserve material confirmation. The Six of Pentacles is emphasizing, okay, that there has to be an equal share of give and take in any situation, in any relationship, within your career, all right? And as such, what is also telling me is that some of my Sagittariuses may have been giving more or feel like they have to beg for what they deserve. And some of my dear Sagittariuses may be attached to the idea of receiving this reward that they believe is due to them, okay? And as a result, in some instances, for my Sagittariuses, maybe the results have led up to a choice. You have to make a choice. You want to go with a decision which rewards you with the material confirmation, with the material items, okay, that you think you deserved, okay? And you're kind of attached to this idea. But again, what the Seven of Waters is reminding us of is that what we hold on to really tightly, what happens when you hold on to something really tightly? It generally slips out of your hand, right? What happens when you project this neediness, okay? Neediness in a relationship, neediness within your career. You then start projecting it back to you. So people start treating you like you're needy, you know, like this poor person, you know. And I know that, you know, Sagittariuses don't want that type of sentiment, you know what I mean? The way we can transform this particular energy is to look at it this way. Instead of being attached, being committed or dedicated, okay, you are due. This speaks that if you have worked hard for something, you deserve to receive the reward for your efforts, okay? But don't be so much attached to the outcomes, okay? Because you are projecting consistently here now, Sagittarius. What you have to do is, instead of saying, I need this, say, this is what I'm going to have. You know what I mean? And live your life that way. I want love in my life. Guess what? I'm going to love myself, so I draw that love to me, okay? I want a better job. Guess what? I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do what it takes to present myself and let the world see who I am, because I know my stuff. I know, or if I need to study up or brush up on some studies, or, you know, in order to, or sharpen my skills, I'm going to do that because I'm going to present to the world what I am. That way I can project that reward back to myself, okay? So that's the kind of energy that's coming in the present situation, dear Sagittarius. All right, moving right along, we have the Nine of Clouds energy. Now this energy is about sorrows. Either somebody's sorry, dear Sagittarius, or you're sorry, okay? This guy is going through a dark night of the soul. There are stars in the sky that he can look up to. There's hope there, okay? There's hope. All he has to do is turn around and look, but he's kind of stuck in his head. He has a lot on his mind, okay? Or if this is not you, this definitely could be someone you know. This could be a love interest. This could be somebody you work with. This could be a family member. Nonetheless, there is an energy of sorrow for something. Something is making dear Sagittarius or somebody in their environment sorry, okay? But let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Let's get some more insight on this, dear Spirit. What is this Nine of Swords about for my dear Sagittarius here at the end of June? Please show me. And I have the Nine of Pentacles because, listen, somebody, you know, is independent, okay? Somebody is independent. Somebody said to you, or you said to somebody that you know, that I have this. I am independent and I just need time to maybe think about something. I need time to make a decision about some material aspect within my life. That could be it, okay? This card is about accomplishment, justifiable pride, and achievements, okay? There's some reward that came to someone within a situation, okay? Some reward that may have required some independence, all right? There was some type of celebration, some type of stability, all right? But I'm really feeling independence being highly highlighted. I want you to also notice something, that you have 2 9s here, okay? This is very significant, as it seems like these two sentiments are on opposite ends of the spectrum, okay? One is intellectual and one is material, okay? So what this tells me is that some of my Sagittarius may be doing well in life, seem like materially stable, independent, but intellectually maybe, you know, you're not so happy. Maybe some of my dear Sagittarius has put on a happy face for the world, okay? But they're not happy because they're alone. Maybe they don't want to be alone anymore, some of my Sagittarius, okay? And there could be some reflection or some energy coming in that makes you reflect on this. Another sentiment could be that, you know, you realize that maybe it's time to end something within your life. That could be ending a period of being alone. This could be ending a relationship. Nonetheless, we're going to get some more clarity on this card because there's so many possibilities, dear Sagittarius. Let's clarify the 9 of Pentacles. 9 also symbolizes that you're almost there. You're almost at the end point, or the final point. You may in a position to make a final decision. Okay, a final decision's coming to me. All right. Perhaps you are abundant. Some of my dear Sagittarius can be abundant, but they cannot see, you know, they want more. Like, I'm realizing that your reading, other than projections, is seriously lacking in Cups sentiment. So it's like missing love, you know? Somebody could be missing a loved one, all right? Let's clarify the 9 of Pentacles for my dear Sagittarius. Dear Spirit, please show me for my dear Sagittarius. Oh, my goodness. 9 again, guys. 9 again. 9 of Cups. Dear Sagittarius, what this tells me is that something is coming to an end, okay? You're very close to seeing the end result of something, okay? And what this appears, so some of my Sagittarius have gone through a situation where, you know, they wish on a star. This card, a wish was fulfilled somewhere in your life. Or for others of my dear Sagittarius, or so you thought. Thus the 9 of Clouds energies. Nonetheless, this particular situation may have involved a choice between more than one situation, more than one relationship, friendship, all right? And maybe you walked away from both choices, some of my Sagittarius, and decided to be independent. Or maybe, you know, some of my Sagittarius are at a standstill in terms of what they want to choose. You know, it's like, what I'm seeing here is that somebody had a choice to maybe become involved in some type of relationship, accept a cup of love from someone, accept a job offer from someone with the Pentacles coming up here, accept an idea. Yet they decided to, you know what, I'm going to take time alone. I am abundant. I am independent. I have achieved a lot on my own. And this has led to a place of sorrow because they realize they have yet to make a decision. For some of my Sagittarius, they still have to make a decision, all right, about something. And this is causing a lot of thought and a little bit of sorrow. In other instances, some of my dear Sagittarius may have had a cup to choose. They were not chosen, or they did not choose, because it could be either end of the spectrum, okay? And they walked away in their independence, all right? And they realized maybe I made the wrong choice. So if this is the divine masculine, for example, if he took the wrong cup of love from somebody, he might end up becoming sorry about it because he, you know, realizes he made the wrong decision. But I think for many of you, it's going to be a situation where the person, if you're cross-watching, is independent and really thinking about the decision that he's going to make next when it comes to love. I was just mentioning that there was a lack of cups, in yet here we are, choices. So there's definitely some choices being made for some of my Sagittariuses, okay? Moving on to the final evolving energy, I have maturity, okay? This is the Ace of Rainbows energy. This is about a new idea, a new beginning on a practical, physical level, okay? It's like the beauty of what you think, okay? The beauty of your thoughts begins to materialize in the physical plane, okay? And it's solid. And it takes a state of maturity to actually be able to recognize this beauty, especially if you're coming out from a place of sorrow, all right? So what this tells me is that after sorrow, there is going to be an idea that is presented to you, a gift perhaps, an offer to go out, a job offer, you know, anything along those lines will come if you find yourself dealing with somebody in a sorrowful state, or you yourself are going through a sorrowful state, okay? Some new idea is brimmering, okay? Right after this sorrowful stage, and you have to remember that energies are very fast moving, okay? They move super fast, and this is only designed to address the very end of the month, dear Sagittarius. So, you know, but you know, just to give you insight, you know, because I firmly believe that we have free will to decide on how we use these energies, you know, when they present themselves to us, okay? But we're going to clarify the Ace of Rainbows here in June. Dear Spirit, please tell me more about this brand new start, this solid, practical beginning, this offer for my dear Sagittarius here in June. Please show me. And I have the Two of Swords. Again, you definitely have some decisions being made this month, okay? You're almost there, dear Sagittarius. You're almost at the point of making that decision. And what this tells me is that once you make this decision, or once somebody you know that's very close to you in your environment makes this decision, whether it's somebody you interviewed with and they're going to offer you a job, whether this is a decision in regards to a relationship, a decision was made, okay, because this is coming up to clarify this Ace of Rainbows energy, and it was an intellectual decision, and as a result of somebody making this decision, dear Sagittarius, a new idea, a new situation, a new relationship, a new offer of love, a new offer of going out, a new offer of friendship is on the table once this decision is made, okay? But let's clarify the Two of Swords, dear Sagittarius, as we move in. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. What's this decision about, dear Spirit? Please show me the Two of Swords. Remember, keep positive mindset. Okay, some people think it's like kumbaya or, you know, just really weird to keep a positive mindset. But when you know that you have energy such as the projection, okay, that you're projecting things coming into play because you're attached to an idea, or maybe some of my dear Sagittarius may be obsessing about something, understand that this is the time to go within, okay, to understand that you have your blessing is coming, and no matter how we fret about it, dear Sagittarius, it's not going to change the outcome, okay? And when you can really, really grasp that, then it brings a sense of peace, you know, just a tip for those that applies to. Okay, so let's clarify the Two of Swords for my dear Sagittarius here in June. Please clarify, dear Spirit. And I have the Page of Cups because a message comes in. You're going to have a message come in. This could be a message as it pertains to a job offer. This could be a message as it pertains to a relationship from your love, okay? This is a fast-moving energy. It's going to come in, okay? It can come via email. It can come via telephone. It can come via video conferencing. Nonetheless, you're going to have a message that comes in, all right, of love, all right? Something that has to do with emotional fulfillment, all right? You're going to make a decision about it, okay? So this also reminds me of the Nine of Cups energy. A decision is going to be made, but it's going to come from a balanced place between your emotions and the intellect, and as a result, it's going to sprout this maturity within a relationship, on a career path, within your family, within whatever aspect this energy applies for in your life, dear Sagittarius. So you just hang in there, okay? The main cards coming up are projection. Remember, what you put out, you get back. What others put out, they get back. You know, you want to project what it is that you want, okay, in this reality, not what you want from others, but what you want from within yourself. You know, you project what you want. You want love, you be love. You exemplify love. You love yourself, okay? You want to be spoiled, then you take yourself to the spa, treat yourself, okay? Sorrow only lasts for a day. Try not to get caught up in your head. Try to find that still, small voice within, okay? Because just understand that this is temporary, and this too shall pass, because there is going to be a new idea that's on the horizon for you, and it's going to manifest the initial stages of something very beautiful in your life. Okay, dear Sagittarius? All right, so with that being said, let's go read the RUMI Oracle. If you guys checked out your full month reading, you'll know that I actually pulled the Sacred Phoenix Heart for you guys. Card number 21 at the end of that reading. So I'm coming back as I said I would. And I'm reading from the Elena Fairchild guidebook for you, okay? If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe so that you stay abreast of your readings as they come out. You will have a new one coming out for July, and it will be much earlier in July. I think I'm going to just really start. I think you'll really enjoy this pick a card read. I'm not sure I'm going to do mid-month updates after this one. I don't think that is really catching on with people. But yeah, definitely come back and check out your full month read and the pick a cards that I'll be introducing, okay? All right, so let's get started with the Sacred Phoenix Heart. What's this about, dear Sagittarius? All right. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There is no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. Okay? There's a way out. That's RUMI. How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that what for the mind is an end is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it is filled, and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. And again and again, it eats of love until it is so full it must simply explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts inescapable of sustaining old consciousness in the expanse of blessings unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection. It would be like attempting to fit an ocean in a teacup. So it does not. It bursts forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding frenzy in love's great banquet. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It is just love's way. Love says to us there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Perhaps you are scratching your head quizzically or in deepest despair because you appear to have met a dead end, a frowning no, or a dismissive laugh upon your quest to bring love alive. Okay? So then, do you choose to believe in love or in the death of sorts your heart faces? Your heart shall rally. I choose death because that is the portal to new life. And so it is wise, you see, but you must be brave. To be burned in love by love for love will involve endurance of pain, but it will also place it in context. It is the shorter pain that is not compounded by erroneous thinking. That pain comes and goes quite quickly when you realize that love is simply playfully smacking your wrist and saying, "Not that way, dear beloved. There are great pitfalls on that path. Come take this one, where there shall be wine and dancing." So you are guided to accept the closed doors, the death, the pain, and let it become tinder for your fire. Cry whatever tears need to be cried so your tinder can be dry and ready to create the sparks your heart needs. That sacred phoenix heart, ready to die into life within you, is hungry for the fire. Let it feast so it can fulfill its potential, its divine destiny, and become born again into new form, more divinely aligned and alive than ever before, dear Sagittarius. This oracle comes with a message for you. You may feel as though you have been wandering in a desert for many years with no oasis in sight. You might have been through darkness, through trials, endured confusion and uncertainty as you sought for your truth, sought divine revelation, and sought your purpose to confirm your plans. Seek no more, dear Sagittarius. The answers are now given, or very soon will be, and the life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you in clarity. Does life need to be grasped for? It is bestowed according to grace and destiny. It need not be sought so much as received. The spiritual destiny that calls your soul, even whilst you may feel your bodily ears are deaf to the call, makes your heart leap. Those calls are coming in, dear Sagittarius, okay? It is as though hearing the beloved's voice and stirring an ancient memory of love so powerful moves you, even without you necessarily understanding how or why. So let the life come to you. Be prepared to let the old version of your life pass away into the new life now being born. What does this mean? It means letting go of your striving, your opinions, your doubts, your despair, and your fears. Life wants to happen through you, blazing angel. You don't have to do much other than get out of your own way. Love is your nature, okay? Get out of your own way. Love is your nature. Let it flourish and life shall unfold accordingly. This oracle brings a particular message regarding divine timing, that oh so significant factor in our dreams coming to life. Your time is fast approaching. Did I say we're getting to the end of something, okay? And the beginning of something new, okay? All right. It may even be now, dear Sagittarius. It may seem least likely to you. There may be great darkness or confusion, and yet the unveiling of the new dawn is closest to the deepest darkness of night. Do not turn back or away from your progress. Your very next step shall be upon hollow ground rendered golden by the rays of the rising sun. I want you to place your hands on your heart and say, this sacred phoenix heart is blessed. Through every loss, every grief and sadness, every morning, this heart grows strong, ready to ignite into new life, into the dance that is not the funeral procession, but the rite of spring. This heart is ready to leap with new life, to be infused with joy of innocence and the passion of deepest devotion. How I trust my heart to lead me, guided by the inner voice of love, through all that could possibly be. I am safe. This heart knows the way, and I follow it faithfully now into the light of a new day through sacred grace. So be it. And you will have completed your sacred honoring ritual. Thank you for joining me, dear Sagittarius. It's been a pleasure reading for you. I'm super excited to see where this leads moving into July for you, because oftentimes when I go back and just watch the videos, everything just seems to come in waves, a continuation of the story per se. Okay, you all have a blessed rest of your month, and until we meet again, dear Sagittarius, much love and many blessings. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.